It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our featured team here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand it. They're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Steamers march right down the field on the opening drive to take a first-quarter lead.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. That time, a 9-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded right around the 8. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On play action, they'll throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The throw over the middle taken in. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second and 11. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going for it all. And did he get the feet down? No. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On 1st down, it's Hill. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Hands it off out of the gun. Gets around him. And they'll get this down to the 10.
We got this.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
so not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steamers are able to add on to that lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people.
Pressure comes and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
On 2nd down now, Garvin. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They try the left side with Hill, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. The Dolphins trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. T. Higgins up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for our home team, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Garvin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. On 2nd down, Garvin. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 2nd and 3. Quick hitter here. It's complete. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll look to throw again. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now a play fake here on first down.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Second down and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Garvin shoves him aside. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It may sound cliche, but those are the types of yards he can get you. He's such a bruising back.
He is, and typically with that type of a back, if he has any type of stamina, it shows up later in the ball game. Because trust me, guys get tired of running up and trying to tackle that big fella. It wears on him, and then he gets stronger as the game goes on.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. He's at the 50. 30. Charles, I guess you have to give some credit to the fact that they rallied and made the tackle, didn't allow 2 points to go the other way there.
Find that silver lining, because what happened prior to that was not positive. Go for 2, fumble the football, give up a return, but you're exactly right. They did hustle and prevented a score going against them.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Here's Hill again on second down.
Powers through him, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Memphis, Tennessee. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the...
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Steamers are able to extend their lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll look to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
A they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
The solid breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Oh, one more time. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 117 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. Garvin. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense, because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. A nice little juke. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. First down and more for Jackson. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
They'll run on 1st down. Garvin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. On 3rd down, Garvin. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go, baby.
136 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On 2nd down now, Garvin. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
I can hear you.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. He's back to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Atlanta, they're on a nice early roll.